just groove a bit, like feel that beat. You guys can hear the beat, right? It's coming through? Yeah. All right, check it out. Yo, SDGs in practice, making poverty no more. It's time to find a way to integrate our approach more. SDGs in practice, learn the model and go forth, empowering the SDG learning cohort. It's the SDGs in practice, making hunger no more. Social determinants of health, something to show for it. SDGs in practice, get to know every source and spread knowledge from this whole curriculum cohort, so the kids can thrive and play outside in a snow fort and taste the finer things in life like Roquefort and get the medicine they need for their fevers and cold sores. That is just a few things that rhyme with cohort, because that's my job. Executive summary rhyme in the high level view. I'm mapping community alignment between the people and economics and plus the environment. The sustainable development goals, how do we define it? The Cleveland Institute, Philanthropy Ohio, plus a rapper right here bringing smiles with the freestyle to kick some hip hop that's conscious. Measure the progress from start to finish. Okay, so we started with John Guest. John Guest said turn your cameras on, show your faces so we can infer confusion even if you don't say things, and answer your hypothetical questions on the basics subject to our facial analysis interpretation. That is, the questions that you don't decide to straight up ask. We had the overview intro from Deepa Vedavyas. I guess session 1 was about the purpose and the relevance, but I missed that one, so I'm sorry I can't message it. Just the SDGs in practice, making poverty no more. It's time to find a way to integrate our approach more. SDGs in practice, learn the model and go forth. Empowerment to the SDG learning cohort. SDGs in practice, making hunger no more. Social determinants of health, something to show for it. SDGs in practice, get to know every source and spread knowledge from this whole curriculum cohort, because a community can degenerate into road wars and become unable to hold the door like Hodor if the community strategy lacks a common goal to go for. That's just a few more rhymes for the word cohort. You got a map laid out, I gotta hand it to y'all. Central Florida's in good hands now with Sandy Vidal. It's the guide to thrive. Measure the whys, measure the how comes. Pilot project community wide, measure the outcomes. Not trying to make it extravagant by building palaces, just a solid community data landscape analysis. You set the stage, educate the stakeholders, you inventory the assets, check the data, right? You do your homework, that's called a roadmap. Create a common repository and call the bad policies and add the good to your story and agree on the milestones, and then check the impacts, evaluate and recalibrate. That's a circular path, that's the loop, yeah, make communities vibe real. When you apply it with skill, it's called the SDG flywheel. That's how Sandy brought the message forth to y'all. She got her inspiration traveling from Paris to Portugal. Yeah, she could learn about their best practices, basics, but Larry McGill was like, wait, tell us about your relationships. I'm sure you had skill making various deals, but the university backed you, said Larry McGill. Yes, indeed, the stakeholders line up as a shield to reinforce the plan at each step. It's called seeding the playing field. Get the advocates, yeah, and bring them into the rapping plan. That's how you can make this whole SDG plan keep happening. It's the SDGs in practice, making poverty no more. Time to find a way to integrate all of our approaches. More SDGs in practice, learn the models and go forth. Empowerment to the SDG learning cohort. SDGs in practice, making hunger no more. Social determinants of health, something to show for it. SDGs in practice, get to know every source and spread knowledge from this curriculum cohort. So shout out to the curriculum cohort.